Hello, it's Alec here. Welcome to my home studio in Los Angeles. Got some guitars, some books in the background, some pedals hanging up, some, Settlers of Catan. Fun stuff. And I got a snowboard. No, golf clubs right there. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. Apartments here aren't terribly large, but anyways, I want to share with you guys some advice I got. It was some of the best advice I ever got, and strangely enough, it never came from a guitar player or a musician or anything like that. No producer, anything. So it's strange. I guess overall, just keep your eyes and ears open, because you never know what the universe is gonna, when the universe is gonna drop a little nugget on you. So yeah, this came in, I got my LSL here. I'm actually just plugged into the computer, the pedals and stuff, so. But anyways, yeah, it came in 11th grade. I was taking a class, AP Euro, like European Studies essentially, with my teacher. Her name was Miss Lucky. And I was sitting there, and the first week or two go by, 3 weeks, and we're ready to have some type of check-in exam, whatever they called it then, midterms. And yeah, the midterm came, and I memorized if you guys don't know, also I studied mathematics in college. I have a degree in mathematics, which maybe I should have studied music, maybe not, whatever. But in any sense, I can remember numbers fairly well. It just kind of imprints in my mind. So in studying for this European studies class, I went and I remembered, who warred with who in what year, and, Isabella and Ferdinand this and that, and remembered all their names, and was it the second, was it the third, whatever. And I memorized all these facts. And I came and I took the test, and the test went not great. Not what I think. I failed it, and which was so strange to me, because it was I was like, okay, I studied super hard, I remembered all these facts, I failed it. How did that happen? And so I scheduled a one-on-one meeting with my teacher, Miss Lucky, and she said something to me that at the time I was angry about. She said something to me that upset me, and I didn't know how to digest it. And it was only till years and years later that I really understood what she was saying. And it kind of fucked me up a little bit. I was like, wow, she was speaking some truth, and I wasn't really ready to hear it. But she was saying, you got the small picture down, the micro down, but you failed to grasp the big picture. And that's why you failed. You didn't know the trends or themes or, that kind of thing. And I was like, oh, man, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. At the time she was telling me, and the information was hitting my ears, right? I was like, oh, fuck off. You don't know. And here's the thing. She was 100% right. It was just, I wasn't ready to hear that information. And what's crazy is years later, I made that mistake again in music. I would be, for example, I'd go on Instagram or something or whatever, social media, YouTube at the time, and I would learn a bunch of licks or, steal this or that. Maybe it was a lick, a Hendrix lick or a neo soul lick or whatever it was, speaking of Hendrix, man, I love his shit, man. Anyways, I would steal these licks, but I wouldn't learn the song. So anyways, I was grasping the small picture, but I didn't get the big picture. Do you follow me? So it's weird how what she said, she talked to me, she was telling me stuff about AP Euro, but really it was about life. And I unfortunately repeated my same mistakes, but now that I'm aware of it, and I grew a little bit older and hopefully a little bit wiser, I'm a little more conscious of it. So that's to say, learn full songs, learn, play with other musicians, and be ready for the universe to throw you some information that may or may not, it might not be a music teacher that's giving you these nuggets. It could be a barista, it could be a family friend. Like, this stuff kind of just comes at you, and just, you got to be ready to listen, because a lot of times they say, God gave you one mouth and two ears so you could listen twice as much. So if you're talking more than you're listening, that's a problem, and if you're not ready to hear some information, that's also a problem, because stuff will fly right over your head. And yeah, it's just a little bit crazy thinking back on that. I wanted to share this with everyone, and yeah, I will be coming back with you shortly. Bunch more videos. I'm really stoked that we've been connecting, and I've seen a lot more comments, and just trying to connect with you guys more and put out more videos that would be helpful. Like, I guess the reason I do a lot of this is, I don't know if I've ever said this, but it's I guess growing up as well, I didn't have a lot of access to guitar or music stuff. I mean, my parents were very generous. They let us play loud music in the house, but what I'm saying is, I like to noodle and play and talk. Is that this stuff is like for a younger version of me. Like, I wish somebody would have told me some of this stuff that I'm learning now later in life. I just started in my 30s, and I feel like if YouTube would have been available to me earlier. That's not to say, oh, woe is me, here's a violin kind of thing, but it's just cool to be able to pass on this knowledge and feel like somebody out there might be receiving it in a way that could change how he or she thinks. So anyways, that's kind of why we do it. And I, just kind of grateful for this platform and all you guys. So with that, I'm gonna sign off here. Kind of just noodling around. Kind of fun to just fuck around and anyways, I'm gonna sign off for the day, guys. Sit with that knowledge, or sit with that, I don't know, that story, because that shit fucked me up when I heard it, or when I kind of like, it all hit me, I didn't hear it. I just was like telling, it's just wild. So yeah, take care, guys. I'll be coming back to you soon. All right.